Alright guys, welcome to my first Patreon exclusive video coming to you from the Hypogeum Hati Institute, I guess itself. Today is going to be about beginning meditation. And I mean real beginning meditation. I didn't even put on my robes. I decided against it, not just because I was kind of being lazy and didn't want to do a costume change, but I wanted to make it to really drive home my faith in the ability of just about anybody to meditate and achieve results with it. And I would like to make eye contact here, but okay, we can do this. I'll take off my sunglasses. Um, we're a little more personable. Um, Now, when I was going into meditation, I learned about this stuff from little bits and bobs I caught from media, um, and then what I could read from books and stuff like that. And and let me be on. I'm going to be honest with you. It took me like a year or two just to get what I'm about to show you. Mainly because they didn't have the shortcut, or because I didn't have the shortcut that I'm going to give you. Now, for starters, or now the shortcut, quote, quote, it's nothing super special. We're just going to take advantage of how the mind wants to do things. Um, when you're trying to meditate and you get interruptions and distracting thoughts, those aren't necessarily bad things. You shouldn't think about them as such. That's literally your brain just trying to do its job and think about things. The point of meditation is to develop software, basically, is to use this wetware. We have wetware. It's hard and it's soft at the same time. You have the opportunity to use wetware to change how your brain goes about doing its job. All right. So what I you don't really I thought about doing this in a chair, but I over the years it's just more comfortable for me to do it in like Padmaasana. That means half. That's in like a half lotus, whatever. There's probably a fancier word, but anyway, we got a spider over here. Frog's got a pond here, but really, ideally, you want to sit down someplace where your knees are going to be higher than your hips. But if you have mobility issues, whatever, a chair works just fine. It's not like you're going to be. This beginning meditation isn't about sitting for doing long sits, because the ergonomics of a fancy, you know, traditional meditation stance actually lend to you having sort of the most equilibrium that you can get out of how the human body. It is not really designed to just plop down. Like, we got like ankle bones that are all knobby, and our tailbones, we have a tailbone thing that just sticks out. We're not really. So this is about as good as it gets. You're not a bear. You can't just boop. You know. Um. So now I learned with counting and breathing. Counting and breathing. So you on your inhale, you say one, and then exhale, and then two, or whatever. And then the idea is that over, you do this without having an interruptive thought on the in between. And how this goes into I'm going to explain a fancy Sanskrit thing here. Chitta vritti nirodha, the cessation of the modification of the mind stuffs. That's what this is all about. And so what you can do is imagine like a pot of oil, like cooking oil. And as you get it hotter, unless it's got hot in it going on in it, it's just gonna be there all goopy and being all oily. But if you put fire to it, then stuff's gonna happen, and it's gonna bloop, 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 and those bubbles. You can think of those. Those are modifications, right? Like that oil is your mind. Like that actual inside, you're just swimming around in a tank. And this, those bubbles, those modifications, are what we normally think of as thoughts, but they're not always thoughts. They could be a picture, or a reminiscence of a smell, or a feeling you had when you saw the pretty lady at the magic show or something. I don't know. When you were 5, like they don't have to be thoughts, but these are, and your mind is geared. The brain is geared to deal with stuff going on all the time, and to be on the lookout for what's going on. So what happens when you've got this, like a motor that's like how you have a runaway diesel motor or whatever, it gets too hot, whatever. You can't just put it in neutral. Yeah, you stop the car, but like it's still going to keep on going. So when you're like, okay, brain, we're just going to sit down and you're just going to idle. How's that? How is that? What is this? Okay, so we're going to get, that's what this is all about. Chitta vritti nirodha. But we're going to starting at the beginning, just picking up the duck hunt controller, and the shortcut here. You're still going to count, but there's this idea of, I want you, when you count and you're sitting, you're meditating, you've got your good posture going, you're focused on the floor at a good spot, about 6 feet away or something like that. On your inhale, say 1. And in your head, think 1. One thing, one apple, one button. And then imagine that on the spot in front of you, right? Say 1. And then when you get full inhalation, hold it a little bit, and you say, here's how we get different. 0. When you exhale, you go back to 0. Wipe that image off. Think nothing but 0. 0. And then imagine 2 things. 0. 3 things. 0. And 4 things. Arrange them like dice, like the dots on a die. And let them move around and stuff. Let your brain do that. This is the point. You're giving your brain something to do. And if you guys get to doing these things together, and there's a gratification that comes out of this, then you can work into where this becomes a game. And it becomes habit forming, just a little bit more habit forming, which is good. The brain likes that. It's programmed to anticipate rewards. Like part of drugs and drug addiction, it's not just the feeling that you get, it's the anticipation of the reward. And we can hack this. We can use these things for good. So 5, 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 8, 0, 9, 0, 10, 0. So basically, instead of just like how I had to learn, like this is why I'm making these videos, to save you the suffering that I went through. There's extra pain in your hips that you don't have to do just because ancient people didn't understand neuroplasticity. It's basically what I was doing when I started was 1, 2, and I was just throwing sketty at the wall and seeing if it would stick. Just doing it over and over again, over, ramming the castle gate until the gates broke. That's what I did. Bam, 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 bam. Get to 5. Think about a rose, and then I'm off. And then I'm thinking about King Kong climbing a building or something, and then I start back over again, back to 1. And so try that. Try this visualization, this dot visualization method, and be patient with yourself. And then as that becomes easy, just quit doing it. I do it for fun, but there's like this whole other level of gratification that I get of, because me and Brandon and I were like, okay, yeah. Because now the cheat of reading the whole Neroda thing, it has its own little buzz. It's got its own little thing to it. A nice feeling of clarity and whatnot. Whether I'm just turning off my anxieties and whatnot, it feels good. So I want to thank you guys, everybody that made it this far. I look forward to making more content for you. Maybe the next video I'll be dressed more fancily, and that video will probably be about flexing arms and stuff. Because honestly, in day-to-day life, fancy meditation bullshit isn't really that useful. It's not that useful. But being flexible is good. That help you keep from, like overstraining your muscles and stuff like that. That's useful on day to day. Like my my like Vapisana method. I'll get into some of that too. We'll do some stuff with that. That's useful for helping to enjoy the day to day life, you know. But a lot of stuff is not really that useful for the average Joe. But this stuff here, I swear by it. 100% faith. Like, this is, if I didn't have, they would have to lock me up. I would tear my own eyeballs out if I didn't know how to meditate. Again, thank you.